We're using Forge2D and Flutter and Flame to get Box2D physics on the game. We're going to add a sprite onto the body in this tutorial. So the sprite, we need a graphic. So I'm going to use this graphic from Doki Doki Literature Club, Natsuki. We need a folder. And we have to add the folder to our pubspec.yaml file. Assets. Okay. I'm going to move or copy Natsuki over into here. So we have to add the sprite component, which is from Flame, as a child to the body component, which is from the Forge2D game package. In the body component, which is the player, which is going to be Natsuki, let's use a onload override. So this body component extends the component from Flame, so it has the onload method here. So let's try to add a sprite component. And we'll load the sprite for Natsuki. It's the name of the file, which I called Natsuki casual, and it's in WebP format. And let's give Natsuki a size. Oops. Maybe we'll set her to 12 for now. And we'll set her anchor point to the center. Now we can see that Natsuki is overlaid onto the sprite of the body component here. I'm going to reduce the gravity. Maybe I'll set it to 5. See how fast she's falling now. Okay, I'm going to set the render body of the body component. So it's the portion that's from Forge2D. I'm going to set the render body to false. Okay, let's set up some type of ground for her to bounce off of. So there's some helper functions here before we create the ground, because we're going to need to know the far right hand position. But because the coordinate system is different, we have to use a translator helper library. So So this screen to world is from the Forge2D, and it translates the position from the Flame game world to the Forge2D world. So there's a camera in the Flame game, and we can get the effective size here. Let's see. Maybe I'll just print it out so we can see it. So you notice that the coordinate system is quite different, right? If it's the effective size is being translated over into the coordinate system for the Forge2D game world. So let's create our ground as a separate class. It's going to extend the body component again. Class ground extends body component, and it's the same syntax, right, as the player. So the player and the ground are both going to be this body component. And because of that, we're going to need to create the body. But I want to get the game size in here. Did control dot, I'm just going to have it accept the game size here. This create body is it's overriding, and it's from the body component method here, which is from the Forge2D. And the edge shape is from Forge2D as well. So it accepts a set of vector points. So it's the bottom left edge, right? So the left edge of the screen here is 0, but then for the height of the screen, we have to receive it from the game. Maybe I'll just push it up a bit so that it's easier to see. And there's a second vector 2, and it's going to be on the right edge, so it's going to be gamesize.x, and we'll put it at the same y coordinate here. Now that we have a basic shape, it's an edge, we can set up the fixture definition. Fixture. Which is going to require a shape. And I think we'll put the friction in again just to be consistent. We're not using it right now. And it needs a body definition, right? So this is exactly the same syntax as what we did for Natsuki, but now we have the ground that she's going to interact with. Okay, now we just need to return the world. What's wrong? Body def, create fixture, and we have our fixture definition. Okay. Still need to add the edge, the ground in. Let's see. Ground. And we're passing it the game size. Nice. So let's give Natsuki some density and restitution, which is the elasticity. Okay. Okay, she's bouncing. Maybe we'll increase her elasticity a bit and maybe increase the gravity. Okay, let's change it a bit so that we're passing in the position. We'll pass it in from the when she's first instantiated here. Should be the same. Okay, very good. Oops. So remember, we have the body. It's actually a round object right now. Okay, maybe let's change it around so there's some different players. Okay, we'll start off with the same sprite for all of them initially. Just to make sure it's still working. Okay, and then we can add in different sprite characters. So we'll add in Yuri and Monica. Should put a guy in there for gender equality. Double guy. I have these guys, but he's not in the right aspect ratio right now, so we'll add the guys in later. Right, this graphic's pretty big. Okay, I'm gonna export him and put him into the game. I think this guy's name is Kiran. Okay, so maybe I'll put him right above Monica. Or right, maybe right below. All right, so I did increase the size of Kiran, the guy, a bit more, so it's a more realistic proportion to the females, and maybe I'll try to find more guy sprites and then add the wall in here so that they're bouncing against each other. I guess it theoretically could lead into some type of random chance or possibly some type of romance or dating game or some type of storyline. The main point is to use these Box2D or Forge2D, and to get the gravity and other parameters, you used to altering some of these parameters to get the effect in the game that you want to. So have a great day.